Diane, being the greatest promoter for Baton twirling, she found an opportunity where they were looking for performing groups to tour the Costa del Sol. So she signed up our group to blend in with her group in Pennsylvania, because at that point she was living there. And at the time, Tracey was about 14, I guess. And we did do a little fire duet, which was kind of neat, but I didn't twirl the rest of the time.
Most competitions, when you walk in, you see all kinds of rhinestones and lace and glitter and makeup and hair, tiaras, and then part of baton twirling that I participated in was interview. And the interview process became easier and easier with practice. When I graduated college and I was going for interviews, all the job interviews I had, I made all of them. And they couldn't understand how I was so comfortable. So that made a big difference. Interaction with people makes a big difference, which you have to do with twirling. It makes life easy. I think a lot of the things that you deal with in twirling are similar to what you deal with in life, except as a child when you deal with those things, it's a big deal. So then when you have to deal with them as an adult, it's like, oh, that wasn't so bad. I remember.
The question I asked today is if you were walking down the street and ran into a little friend that you had an argument with the night before, what would you do? And you want to wait and hear what they tell you. I was a professional twirler. I twirled for two people, a male and myself, called the Twirling Dervishes. I was in show business. I toured with the Bob Hope Show. I'm a major, which is one of the highest honors they give in twirling. There are only about 8 or 9 of them in the world. 9 years old, I started to twirl, and I was self-taught. I didn't have a teacher. There were no teachers.
I think baton twirling was definitely different back then because it was really the cool thing to do. You know, they were majorette squads of 15 at their high school, I'm sure. So, you know, it was cool. Just like being a majorette was just like being a cheerleader. Versus now, you say you're a baton twirler, everyone's like, what? If you're still twirling at my age, it is for the competitive aspect of it. Whereas when my mom was twirling at my age, it was for fun. You know, she just did the football games.
There is a different kind of girl out there twirling now. Years ago, there would be a solo twirler who might be at that solo nationals, who's just so athletic and so strong and, you know, power. There are far fewer of that type twirler nowadays, and that might be because she's channeling that athleticism in another direction.
20 points out of 100 are allotted to showmanship. And so number one lesson in showmanship is to smile. I mean, that's just the most basic thing. It's 1/5 of the total score. You have all of the different body parts to think about, and then you've got this metal thing that's sort of got a mind of its own sometimes that you have to worry about.
I know. Hi. Hi, how are you? They have a breakfast area. Let me just ask a quick question. How early did you guys do?
I don't eat before I have competitions. It doesn't settle good. We usually don't even have time to eat because it's like practicing routine. I get a lot more nervous now than I usually did, like last year being a 12-year-old, so being the youngest in the category, I really don't think I'm going to make top 3, so yeah.